Welcome to Lotus Lane Daily. I'm glad you're here. Today's wisdom is for anyone going through something hard. You know that feeling when you open your banking app and your stomach drops before the screen even loads? You already know what it says. The number is wrong, has been wrong for months, and every notification on your phone feels like someone tapping you on the shoulder to remind you that you are behind. Behind on the card. Behind on the loan. Behind on the thing you promised yourself you would fix by now. If you searched for this in the middle of the night, you are probably doing the math again, adding it up, watching it not work. And underneath the numbers, there is a quieter, heavier feeling, which is that this is somehow proof of something about you as a person. It is not. Debt is a financial situation. It is not a verdict on your worth, your intelligence, or your character. People end up in debt for 100 ordinary reasons: a medical bill, a job that ended, a family member who needed help, a few years where the income simply did not stretch far enough. Some of it may have been a choice you regret. Most of it was probably just life happening faster than your money could keep up. Either way, the path out is the same, and shame is not a tool on that path. It just makes you avoid the app. Why it feels so much bigger at night. Debt has a particular cruelty. It grows while you sleep. Interest does not take days off. So the problem feels alive, almost like it is hunting you. And that is exhausting in a way that ordinary problems are not. You cannot put it in a drawer. It follows you into every decision, every grocery aisle, every conversation with the people you love. And debt isolates you. You stop telling friends the truth about why you cannot come out. You start performing a version of your life that you can no longer afford, which costs money you do not have, which makes the debt worse. The secrecy is its own tax. Here is something worth sitting with from a 13th century letter that has survived 800 years. Even places that have been shrouded in darkness for billions of years can be illuminated. Even a stone from the bottom of a river can be used to produce fire. Our present sufferings, no matter how dark, have certainly not continued for billions of years. Read that again slowly. Your debt feels permanent. It is not. It has a beginning, it will have an end, and the darkness around it can be lit. That is not wishful thinking. It is just literally true of how debt works once you start facing it. The first move is not paying. It is looking. When you are drowning in debt, the instinct is to not look. You leave envelopes unopened. You guess at the totals because the real numbers are too frightening, but you cannot fight something you refuse to see clearly. So the first real action before any payment is this. Write it all down. Every debt in one place. Who you owe, how much, the interest rate, the minimum payment, the due date. It will feel terrible while you do it. It will also strangely feel like relief by the end, because the monster in the dark is almost always smaller than the monster in your imagination. A fixed number, however large, is something you can plan against. A vague dread is not. There is an old line that goes, 100 theories without a single action are worthless. Even one small step taken with determination changes everything. Looking at the full list is that first small step. Everything else builds on it. Practical things that actually move the number. Call your lenders before they call you. This sounds backwards, but lenders generally prefer a paying customer to a defaulting one. Many will lower an interest rate, pause payments for a period, or set up a hardship plan if you call and ask plainly. They will not offer it if you hide. The conversation is uncomfortable for about 90 seconds and can save you a great deal. Pick an order and attack one debt at a time. Spreading small extra payments across everything feels productive but barely dents anything. Choose one target. Some people pick the highest interest debt because it saves the most money. Others pick the smallest balance because clearing it completely gives a real, motivating win. Both work. Trying to fight all of them equally usually does not. Find one recurring cost to cut, not 10. You do not need a brutal austerity plan you will abandon in 2 weeks. You need 1 or 2 changes you can actually keep. A subscription you forgot about, a renegotiated bill, one habit swapped for a cheaper version. Redirect that exact amount to your target debt automatically, so you never see it and never have to decide again. Get free, real help. Nonprofit credit counseling services exist in most countries and cost nothing to talk to. They can consolidate payments, negotiate on your behalf, and look at your situation with experienced eyes. This is not failure. This is using the tools that exist. Build a tiny buffer first. It seems wrong to save anything while in debt, but a small emergency cushion, even a modest one, stops the next flat tire or medical visit from going straight onto a credit card and undoing your progress. A little buffer protects the whole plan. The slow truth about getting out. Climbing out of debt is slow, and the slowness is the hard part. For a long time you will work and sacrifice, and the number will move only a little. There is no dramatic moment. There is just a Tuesday where you notice the total is lower than it was, and then another and another. An old letter offers a picture for exactly this kind of progress. A river does not carve through rock because of its power, but because of its persistence. You will not blast through this debt. You will wear it down. Payment after payment, month after month, the river keeps moving and the rock gives way. Persistence, not force, is what does it. And there is one more thing worth holding on to. The same wisdom that talks about persistence also says, if you are feeling exhausted, if you are feeling defeated, that is often a sign that you are close to a breakthrough. The exhaustion you feel right now is not evidence that you are losing. It is what the middle of the climb feels like for everyone who eventually gets out. You are not behind, you are in progress. Debt likes to convince you that you are a failed version of a person who should have had this handled. But the people who get free of debt are not the ones who never struggled. They are the ones who, on some ordinary night, much like this one, decided to stop looking away and start looking at it. You do not have to fix this tonight. Tonight, you only have to do one thing. Open the envelopes or open the app and write the real numbers down. That is the whole task. The river starts moving the moment you can see the rock. You are going to be okay, not by tomorrow, and not without effort, but genuinely in time. Start with the list. The rest follows from there. That's the wisdom for today. If something here landed for you, share it with one person who might need to hear it too. Take it slow. I'll see you tomorrow on Lotus Lane Daily.